Get the sauce.
Yo, what's up, everyone? I believe we are live. Let me just confirm. Let me do a test in the comments. Test. It looks like we are live, but I'm not getting an image yet. Let me just. Usually, my image pops up on the right. Can you guys see me?
It doesn't show that it's live.
It doesn't? Oh, now image just popped up. So I think we might have been delayed there. So we've been live about 20 seconds, but I think people can just see us now. So what's up, everybody? Okay, yes, they can see us. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Man, I took the Mets team total over 4.5. My thoughts were Cleveland has no bullpen. If the Mets can just scrape across 2 or 3 runs against McKenzie, I should be good. Well, they got 3 runs in the first 3 innings, and I was like, oh, man, I'm looking good. It's a plus 100. Here we are in the bottom of the 8th, and they still have 3 runs, man. Wow. Mets are trash. They still do have 1 more inning to get 2 runs, and Cleveland really doesn't have a bullpen, so I guess it's not completely dead yet, but it's certainly on life support. But let's go ahead and – my under hit, though. I took the under in Nats Twins, so 1-1 is where I'm currently sitting right now. So let's get started with some NHL. We got Panthers Rangers. This is game 1, correct?
Yep, game 1.
Game 1.
We're on to the conference finals. We got Florida on the road at New York. I'm on the Panthers here. Panthers money line minus 110. Panthers to win the series minus 142. Panthers best road team in the NHL. We're seeing them as minus 110 here. Pick them over the Rangers on the road for a reason. They've gone 12-3 on the road in the last 2 postseasons. So this and last one, 12-3 on the road. It's pretty good. In this series in New York, I'm probably going to be mostly looking to back Florida. And then in Florida, I'm going to be somewhat looking to back New York because we're not going to be getting good prices with Florida at home. They're going to be like minus 170. But at the road in New York, getting a great price here, considering how good they are on the road. So yeah, as far as which team's better, I mean, Florida's far superior team. Their style of play has just been proven effective in the postseason. They made a run to the finals last year as a second wildcard team, the last seed. And this year they came back even more stacked. So I think the Panthers take this series in 6, maybe 5 games. But yeah, I mean, the Rangers, they rank lower than the Panthers in all these stats, like expected goals per 60 minutes, expected goals against per 60 minutes, expected goal differential per 60 minutes. Florida's just better in all of those categories. So what are the Rangers' strengths? It's the special teams. And the Panthers have an 86% success rate on penalty kills in the playoffs. So I'm not expecting the Rangers to even win games with their power play. The other strength the Rangers have is the goaltender advantage, and that's what led them to their series win over Carolina. But still, like, Sergei Bobrovsky is an excellent goaltender too. So I think the advantage they have here isn't as significant as they had in the Carolina series. And of course, I mean, the Rangers, they're insanely public today. I'm seeing 70-80% of bets on the Rangers, and yet the line's moved slightly towards Florida. They're like favored minus 115 now. I think they opened at like minus 105. I also have a really heavy lean to the over. I might play the over too. 19 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over 6 goals. And we've seen a lot of overs in game 1s, like game 1 overs. Early in the series, take the overs. Late in the series, take the unders. It's pretty much worked like that in every series this postseason. So I'm thinking of doing same game parlay, Panthers money line over 5.5. And as for some goal scorer props, I like Brandon Montour plus 500 and Anton Lundell plus 480. These guys have been on fire. There's a lot of value there. I think we could see at least one of them score in this game.
All right, let me try to spell those. So we got Montour, and that was at plus what you said?
500.
Did I spell that right on the screen? Can you say it?
Yeah, you spelled it right.
Okay, and what's the second guy?
Anton Lundell.
Lundell, like that?
Yep.
Okay. And what's his price?
Plus 480.
Plus 480. All right, so we got a couple goal scores on the screen as well. Montour at plus 500, Lundell at plus 480. Panthers to win the game and a lean towards the over, he said. I'm surprised because I believe you were going unders in the previous Rangers series, if I remember correctly. Which series was that?
Yeah, I mean, like late in the series, but
yeah, okay. So Florida money line, lean towards the over, and those 2 goal scorers. All right.
Yeah, and Florida to win the series.
And Florida to win the series, which is at what price?
Minus 142. I also parlayed it with the Oilers and Stars series to go over 5.5 games. That comes out to like plus 162. So yeah.
Got it. All right. Thanks, System Plays. Make sure you guys give him a follow on Twitter. Let's move on to what do we got next? WNBA. System Plays, I'll talk to you later, man. All right. So I told Ski and Chris 4 o'clock. So we got 8 minutes. Let me just get my chair situated here. All right, Mets. 2 runs. Just 2 runs. We got Cade Smith pitching for Cleveland. Cade Smith's got a 2.11 ERA. Oh, strike right down the middle, of course. Why wouldn't you swing, Mets? Let's talk. He says, Kyle, what were those travels from Brown last night? Unfortunately, I didn't watch much of it because I had no internet. I was sitting there watching it on my phone from my my data plan. I was without internet for almost 9 hours, 8 hours and change last night. It was terrible. Especially because all I do is work, and all my work's on the internet. So, like, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Mets are a factory of sadness. No arguments here, brother. No, honestly, got to give Optimum some credit. I slammed them, but this morning, I got a call from Optimum, and I guess it was one of their like higher up reps. And this lady, you could tell that like I was finally talking to somebody who was intelligent. And this lady like knew exactly the situation, apologized, completely understood. Because that's the problem when you're on these customer service calls is they keep transferring you, and the person you transfer you to has no idea what your problem is, and trying to explain it to them, they don't get it, and then they'll understand one aspect of it, and they'll be like, oh, so you need to talk to the retention department, and they'll transfer you over there. Then the retention department hears your problem, and they're like, no, you need to talk to the billing department. And so I finally got somebody this morning that called that understood my problem, and I think is fixing it. They're upgrading my internet to business with fiber, 1 gig business fiber, which is a downgrade from the 2 gigs, but apparently it's more reliable. So that's the end of that story. So Prop Beaver had the day off. No, Prop Beaver was on this morning, and he's going to be on Prop Beaver will be on in 20 minutes. Yeah, exactly, Mario. That's exactly what's happening is because especially what happened with me was a really weird, unique situation. More reliable, he says. Good luck with that. I mean, if you think about it, you don't see like big companies losing internet. So I figured if you upgrade from a residential to a commercial account, maybe it really is more reliable because you don't see that happening often. I tried that, Dust, because it was a residential. I can't. If it was a commercial account, I actually could have done that. Here you go, Mets. Get down. Uh-oh, 2-out rally. All I need is a home run, Andy. Home run, and my team total over hits. Is Pete up? It's Lindor. No, it's Lindor. Oh, no, that was Lindor. Pete up. I got Pete Alonso up. A home run gives me my cash and gives me a 2-0 start. See, so he said Xfinity has an outage every other day. See, my experience was the opposite. I think it depends on the area because I just moved to this place. And so I'm new to Optimum. I've had Optimum for 5-6 months now. At my old place, I had Xfinity 3.5 years, 2 outages the whole time. Xfinity was great for me. I moved here, Optimum, now I'm having all kinds of problems. So I think it's more the location rather than the specific service. Pete, come on. Do you think Pete's going to do this for me, Andy? That's because you're a pessimistic Mets fan. You have no faith. Oh, my God. Swing the bat. Swing the bat, Pete. He struck out on 3 pitches. Kyle, have you? He asked if I capped any college baseball. I don't know anything about college baseball, so no. There's a guy in the Discord named Wags, W-A-G-Z. He does a pretty good job with that. So if I ever bet college baseball, I'd just be following something that he says. You'll see him in the comments sometimes. He comes on sometimes. Someone said, guys, when you say things like Mets suck, people really get hurt. Let's practice some kindness. He said, can you do a how to cap baseball show? Well, that's kind of what the videos, I mean, it's not like a definitive, like, this is how you handicap baseball. In the videos that I upload, that's, you can follow along. That's me taking along of what my thought process is. That doesn't necessarily mean this is the way you do it, but you can get an idea of how my brain works, like starting pitcher history versus team, starting pitcher recent history, lineup. Like, you can get an idea of how the process I go through by watching the videos that I upload. Thank you, Jersey Mac. And yeah, the under in the Nets Twins game, that was sweat free. Unfortunately, I lost the Mets team total under. Kyle will be exposed on Guy Boston Sports tomorrow. I think he is uploading that tomorrow. It's not a get AT&T fiber service. I had it for 60 years, no problem. It's not available here. I don't have an option. I have fiber, but it's Optimum. Thoughts on Ant versus Kyrie tonight? I didn't even have that penciled in as like a matchup, Ant versus Kyrie. I mean, I guess they would probably spend a lot of time covering each other, but that's not really how I thought of that game. I was thinking more of the Mavericks rebounding discrepancy over Oklahoma City. Can that continue against Minnesota? That's like the biggest question I think of that series, because Dallas controlled the interior in that series. They took away the three-point shot from Oklahoma City, and they won the battle in the paint. Can they do that against Minnesota? It's a huge if, because Minnesota can't shoot the three-point shot. So if they were able to take the three-point shot away from Oklahoma City, should have no problem limiting the three-point shooting for Minnesota, but are they able to win the battle on the interior? And that's a tough call. What do you think about taking Ellie over 99.5 steals on the season? What? 100 steals? I didn't even know he was like, that was realistic. I don't know. I don't track stolen bases like that. Ski, what's up, man? We are live, by the way. So don't go.
I appreciate that.
So don't go cursing out Thibodeau or whatever the hell you were about to do.
It's good. Appreciate you having me on here, though.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it gets tough this time of year because it's one game, and I was talking about it on your show yesterday. I really like the slate. I really like picking and choosing and finding like the three most valuable spots. I hate when like this is the game, take it or leave it, because
right.
This game tonight specifically, I do have a bet down on it, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes, but I wouldn't say I'm very confident in it at all. I just put a few dollars down, hoping to get a feel and make some money later in the series. That's how I'm thinking about it. Because what I thought about Boston last night wasn't even – I mean, I was – Boston put -10. That was my pick for that game, which obviously wasn't even close.
So do we have to start giving Indiana more credit, or do we just take Boston down a notch? Which one is it? I
have no idea, because everyone was discrediting what the Pacers had accomplished to get here. But at the same time, the Celtics had kind of a hobbled path here as well. So I really don't know what I can get on board with the Celtics are overrated and overvalued, but I never was a huge fan of the Pacers this year. They don't play any defense. They lose to bad teams, and I was never a big Pacers guy. So to be honest, I wasn't even huge on either team. But here they are. This is the contestants in the Eastern Conference Finals. I would have taken a healthy Knicks team over either of them. But hey.
Yeah, it would have been great for future bets. I'll say, I think the Pacers, like, they're starting to figure out like they know what their identity is, but they're figuring out like how to do it really really well around this time of year, and that's just what we're seeing in my opinion. In the Celtics, they really need Porzingis to make everything like picture perfect for them, and they're just so iffy without him. I feel like so.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit of both.
and I mean, if the Pacers are going to shoot 56, 57% from the floor as a team every night, how could you lay any points to them? Like, how can you lay any points to a team that's going to shoot 57% from the floor? And it's not like, oh, it happened once or twice. Like, they keep shooting. They're just hitting shots at such an efficient rate. And it's after 4. I don't know where Chris is, so we could just get started. Usually Chris is right on time, so I'm sure he'll pop in any second. We got one WNBA game to start. And Ski, you got an isolation look here because I can't add anything to this conversation. I got nothing. So it's Indiana on the road, Seattle Storm. Both these teams 2-2 against the spread. Indiana, I believe, covered 2 straight now.
Yeah, they have. And this Seattle team, I feel like it's just going to take a little bit of time for them to show their true potential. I mean, right now you have a banged up NECA. She's missed the last 2 games. Who knows if she'll be out there? And they're all just getting used to playing with each other. So I think that's going to take a little time. And that makes me hesitant to lay points with them. Like you said, the Fever have covered 2 in a row. And they're a young team. I mean, both of these teams have been playing a lot of basketball lately. It's the 3rd and 4th nights for Seattle. I think Indiana's played, this is their fifth game so far this season as well. So Indiana's young. They started to play a little bit better. I just don't want to be laying with the Storm in their current form. So I'll lean with the Fever. And with both teams, in my opinion, if anything, they'll have a little bit of tired legs. I think they'll leave the jump shot short. I'm leaning towards under. The Fever have not been playing with pace, and the Storm's defense is top 3 so far this season. And looking at Nika Mule, if she can be out there today, because she's been probable forever because of her visa stuff. She's trying to get it approved. But if she can be out there today, I mean, she was a pretty damn good defender versus Caitlin Clark in college. I could see her giving her hell again today. So if I have to do one pick out of the 2, I would go with the under.
So lean towards the under. Now, I haven't been following along with your WNBA picks. Have you been fading the Fever or have you been betting them?
I bet against them the first game, and I didn't really bet on or against them in the next 2 next few.
So as far as picking sides, 1-0 this year in Indiana Fever games.
I believe so. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And
that's a good way to look at it. So
India, he said, in case you didn't catch that, he said if he had to give a favorite bet for this game, it would be the under. And I'm showing is it 166.5? Let me pull up an updated.
That's the best number I see.
But 166. Okay. So yeah, 166.5, 166.5 right here. You can still get that on ESPN Bet, 166.5. So. And then he said if he a lean towards the side was Indiana plus 5.5. Still no sign of Chris. Oh, you know what? I think I told Chris 415. Now that I think that's why. I was like, because I was thinking like this dude's never late. All right, so he'll probably be on right when we're finishing NBA, and then he could just real quick give us his rundown on those. So
sounds good.
Let's move on to the NBA game. We got Dallas, Minnesota. All right, let's get the poll running. I feel like these 2 teams, I feel like it's a very hard game to make a prediction for in game 1. I really want to see how they look and what the game plans are here for these 2 before I lay any big money down. So I do have a bet down. It's a small one, but currently the bet I have down is I got the under at 207. And I'll put it up on the screen now. All right.
There it goes.
You got Chris is in?
Yep.
Yes, Chris. I told you 415, didn't I? Where's he at? Oh, here he is. Chris, can you hear me?
I can't hear you guys.
So good happens to the best of us.
We've all gone through that.
Hey, I do want to say this though, Kyle. I just, one person out of the panel had this Western Conference bracket correct.
Definitely wasn't me.
I did in my bracket say I had Dallas to advance. And I remember I just said I didn't think the Timberwolves were ready, but
So you actually got
they've been
3 out of the
looking
4
damn good.
because you had Boston, Philly. Was it Boston, Philly on the other side that you had? I know you had Boston.
I think it was Philly.
Yes, you actually got 3 out of the 4 correct. I have 0 out of. Oh no, wait. I think I did have Dallas actually. I had Dallas Phoenix here. I'm pretty sure. So I think I did get 1. Chris, can you hear us?
Looks like he'll be back.
Yeah, all right, so Dallas, Minnesota. So here are my thoughts. And we were briefly talking about this when we were waiting before when I first went live. So to me, a huge part of why Dallas is playing in this game and in this series is they dominated Oklahoma City on the glass. I believe the last 5 games of that series. They got beat on the rebound. They lost the rebounding battle in game 1 in Oklahoma City, and they got their asses kicked. But game 2 on, Dallas consistently won the rebounding battle against Oklahoma City, and they took away the 3-point shot and won the battle on the interior. So they controlled the nits and grits of the game, if you will. They won the battle on the interior. They won the battle of physicality. I don't know, which is awesome. I love betting on teams like that. It's kind of like betting on teams that can establish the run in college football. It's like, give me the team that can establish the run, because at the end of the game, you're usually going to be in it. That being said, can we expect Dallas to win that type of battle against this Minnesota team, which is the best defense in the NBA, one of the most physical teams in the NBA, one of the most dominant teams on the interior in the NBA? And I don't know if we can necessarily just count on Dallas doing the same thing they did to Oklahoma City to Minnesota. And I'm really worried about that. So I really have a hard time seeing Dallas come in here and do what they did to Oklahoma City to Minnesota. That being said, another thing we have to give credit to Dallas for is what they did on the defensive side of the ball for pretty much that entire series. Oklahoma City's a great offense. One of the best offenses in the NBA this year, a way better offense than Minnesota is. And Dallas made them look silly for a lot of that series. Oklahoma City couldn't get shit to fall. There was a few games in there where anybody on the team not named Gilgeous-Alexander couldn't even score. It was just one guy scoring, and the rest of the team could not get a basket. So I love the matchup for both defenses. As we've seen in these playoffs, now last night it didn't happen, but we've seen a lot of these game ones, especially the first half, come out slow, kind of like a feel them out type of let's see what they're going to do first and then we'll react type of thing. So I went with the under because I felt like it was the bet I was most comfortable with. I only have 0.75 units on it. It's a smaller bet. My plan is I'm going to lay it out, see what happens, try to make some money later in the series. That's my plan. Because I guess gun to my head, I'd take the points with Dallas, but I really don't like it. So just give me the under.
Chris, you good?
Yeah. I think, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Computer doing some crazy wild stuff over here, but I just jumped on the phone. Go ahead, though, Ski. I thought we were starting at 4:15, man.
I know that's my bad. That's my
okay.
bad.
I was like, I know I ain't tripping. They're already talking.
Dude, your
I'll
burping is
come
back.
in.
Your burping is back.
Oh man.
I'll say like this. I agree with your thought process for as the series goes along. These are two really good defenses. They're gonna become accustomed to what the other one wants to do, and we should start to see, under games as it progresses. I just don't think it starts in game 1. You have a Timberwolves team coming off a really tough series. And this Mavericks team, they haven't seen them one time with both Luka and Kyrie in the lineup. So just a combination of those two things, I don't think they'll have their best defensive effort tonight. I don't think they have a real good game plan of what they want to do versus these guys. And it's just it's a different dynamic when you have two really good elite scorers and playmakers like those two on the other side. So I think Dallas will be able to score. And in the same way, I think it'll take Dallas a little bit to get used to Minnesota's offense too. So I think it's more of an over game. If I have to pick, I'll go Dallas team total over. And from a side perspective, I mean, just piggybacking off of what I just said, Minnesota, off that tough 7-game series versus the champs, had to come back from down 20. That takes a lot out of the team. And you have the Mavs sitting there with the rest advantage. Luka has the most rest he's had since and it's a big deal for him because he's banged up. I just think you get a pretty good performance from him tonight, and I just think they're the more focused and prepared team out of the two. I can see Luka or Kyrie feasting on a pick and roll versus Gobert. They're going to seek him out because they know he'll be in drop coverage. So a lot of ways I can see Dallas scoring. A lot of ways I can see Dallas winning the game.
So I'm going to put a little Dallas icon right above my name too, because I agree with Ski as far as if I was to bet a side, that's the way I would go. So at least we'll put some kind of agreement up. But I'll put the belt up on the under if you want to. Because you sounded like you actually liked that team total on team total over for Dallas.
Well, I did bet the team total over. I didn't bet the full game over, but we could do it.
Thing is, I don't want to take Dallas team total under though. So there's a way we can both cash. So it's not an official bet. We can't put the belt up if we're not on the same bet, and we're not. Because I would actually lean towards Minnesota's team total under more so than Dallas team total under. But all right,
Gotcha.
all right. So we're not in complete disagreements, just a little bit. Chris, break the tie, man.
Man, hopefully I'm not burping. I don't know
burping.
what. Oh, man. Hold on.
You're super quiet. I can make you louder, though. Hold on. Talk again. Go ahead. Nothing. Just burp, man. Just burp it out. No, I can't hear you. You got nothing. Yeah, go back to the burps, man. Someone said, Chris, be quiet. Oh, it's right.
Chris, be quiet.
It's you, Capper, who said it. It's freaking you, Capper.
That's a good one.
All right, Chris, give it to us in sign language. Like Dallas, D. Dallas, B. Team
total.
Oh, Dallas plus the points.
Oh, plus. Oh.
The first ever pick given out via sign language on this show. We make history. Dallas plus 4. So Dallas plus the points. Hey, Chris, real deep analysis there. All right. UCapper, are you going to share something in the comments here? Hey, what do you know? UCapper in the comments, not on the show again. His MO.
Shocker.
Yeah, right. I can't do it, man. I'll be busy. Sit there and chat in the comments to the show. Did anyone see UCapper give a pick out in the comments? Or did anyone see UCapper on a show? Does anyone know what Ronald's on?
I do not. I'm going to take a guess and say that.
I think he'd be with me on the under.
Actually, I'm not going to guess. I don't know. I have no clue.
Come on, Ronald. We're waiting.
Look at Chris. Dallas.
And Dallas team total over. Okay, so he likes your team total over. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and type that on the screen. And
I knew I saw a TT.
Yeah, I thought it was a plus, but I misread it. Nothing from UCapper yet? Was he trying to sell us his premium or something? Like, no, I'm not telling. Come on, UCapper. Hook us up, man. Oh, here we go. Dallas team total over. Oh, wow. You guys all like that Dallas team total over, huh?
It makes sense, man. It's not a good situation for Minnesota.
Interesting. You guys all like that. Nah, screw that. I'm sticking on my under. I'm sticking with the under. I already bet it. Not second guessing myself. I'll be the only one on the under. All right. So
103.97. We're all happy, right?
Yeah, 103.97. More than happy. All right, so guys, thanks for joining. Make sure you give these guys a follow. Ski does a show every day, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, 10:30 a.m. Pacific. It's right here on YouTube, about an hour and a half. Well, actually 2.5 hours before mine starts. And Chris does an early morning show, like 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. So it's usually around there in that time. So make sure you show these guys some support. I tagged them in my tweet. So if you follow me on Twitter, just click their names right in there. Ski Profit and ChrisBeCappinn. So, guys, thanks for – oh, by the way, our poll, 50% Dallas, 36% Minnesota. So as far as the viewers, they're leaning towards Dallas also. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Let's talk some baseball, and talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate you, and keep killing it, Toast, Beaver, and Sauce.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's a tough guy to dislike. Where's Beaver Toast? I have the. They didn't hear you say that, Toast, but what Toast said, and I was responding to, is he said, "I don't think I've ever heard someone say a bad word about Ski," and I was like, "Yes, he's a tough guy to dislike." I mean, pretty straightforward dude. All right, Brewers Marlins is the first game I have up. I can't wait. I got a Nerfy, Beaver.
Can I really quickly? Can I make
I'm
a
a
comment?
big fan of Nerfies. Apologize to the Nerfy gang. If you look at today, right now I'm looking maybe 1-3 if the Royals finish the game. Nerfy's 4-1. So Nerfy people, congratulations. No judgment.
My $20 comment had nothing to do with anybody's size of their bets. My point is that everybody was loving that DK promotion, and then everybody I talked to is getting limited to $10 and $20 on that game. That's why I'm so sick of hearing about it, because people are betting $10 to $20 max because DK won't let them bet anymore. That was the reason that I said that point.
Well, I got a Nerfy, and I like it. Can't wait to give it to you guys.
Okay.
Even I know who co-signed it? Andy said, and I quote, when making the graphic, "This is a great bet." So you take it and leave it. First game up is Brewers Marlins, and I actually didn't like anything about this game. I wanted to get to the Brewers. I thought the price is actually pretty fair for the Brewers, but game total all the way down at 7. Luzardo looked really good in his last start. Was that against the Mets? Yeah, it was against the Mets, where he threw like 7 shutout. He looked excellent. So if you rewind back before Luzardo had like the injury, if you rewind back when Luzardo was healthy and pitching, Luzardo at home was good. So if we're getting back to that, I don't want to make a habit of fading him, especially laying juice on the road. So it was just a pass for me. I do think the under is worth a look, but I'm not playing it at 7. So this is just a straight pass for me. I actually have 3 bets I like in this late slate. This just isn't one of them.
I played the first 5 over 3.5. It's just a bet that I continue to have success with. And if I'm getting it again at this number, at a small number, I'm going to take it. Freddie Peralta, as dominant as he was to start the year, 4 of his last 5 starts, he really hasn't looked good. On the road at Houston, on the road at Chicago, neither really impressive. On the road at Pittsburgh, obviously we know he blew up in that start as well. And then last year, obviously I know it's a different Miami team, but he went in and got rocked in Miami for 4 runs. And Luzardo, he looks great his last start, but he usually goes 4 or 5 innings, and he's more than capable of giving up 2 or 3 runs himself. I just felt that 3.5 in the first 5 was a little bit too small, and given the success that I've had with this bet, I felt pretty comfortable making it.
Yeah, I know Andy's the clubhouse guy, but that's still this. He co-signed it, Doug Lane. Give him a break. I co-signed it. It's going to hit. We'll get to it. First of all, Prop Beaver, can you see the screen, by the way, or do you have your notes open?
I can see the screen.
Check it out. So this is what I made last night. I had no internet. So all these auto-create. Actually, I could just show you this later. All these auto-create now. I'm pretty fired up about it, so I'm going to put my under as a lean. Everything gets auto-created, so we don't have to create these anymore. Really pumped up about it. Anyway, I can tell you about that later. What do you like for this game?
I went with Peralta under 6.5 Ks here. I feel like Peralta's losing some steam in the K department. And honestly, overall, first 4 starts, the guy was cruising. 32.2 K to BB percentage. Hard to put into words how elite that is. He was averaging 8.3 Ks per game, went over in all 4. But look at the last 5 games. That 32.2 K to BB percentage, that is plummeted almost in half. Actually, yes, in half to 15.7%. And he's under 3 of 5 starts, averaging 6.2. Break that down in a bit further, and in fact, his last 3 road starts, he's gone under all 3, averaging 5.3 And that 15.7 K to BB percentage, which is already half of what he was the first 4 starts, that drops to 5.7 his last 3 road starts. That is very small. Now he's going to face a Marlins team that's given him trouble in the past, 4, 9, and 4 Ks in their last 3 matchups. This same Marlins team over the last 30 days, first in K percentage, 7th in whiff percentage against starting right-handed pitching, against his pitch mix from starting right-handed pitching, first in K percentage, 4th in whiff rate. We have now seen 25 straight starting right-handed pitchers go under this mark against Miami. And according to Props.Cash, the last 14 to 17 righties to face the Marlins in general have gone under their K line as well, their individual K line. On the road thus far, we've seen Peralta have some pretty massive splits in terms of K percentage versus lefties compared to righties. Miami's starting 4 lefties today. So they're actually starting more righties, which is pretty good news for us. And on top of that, the 37.1 K percentage against lefties, that sounds like bad news because there are 4 of them. All 4 lefties in this lineup against righties through the first 6 over the last 30 days have a K percentage less than 18% versus right-handed pitching, which is phenomenal. I think the icing on the cake here is that we have a very hitter-friendly umpire here, Alfonso Marquez. According to EV Analytics, he's actually the most hitter-friendly umpire in all of baseball. So to get that at plus 100, I feel like there's some value here.
I mean, under 6.5 plus 100. All right. As you would expect, our community's heavily leaning towards the Brewers at the minus 132. And that's probably the way I'd lean also. But I don't know. Luzardo looks so good in his last start. And I don't really want to lay juice on the road against them.
And that bullpen's kind of taxed. It's not in best shape.
Is Devin Williams out for the year, by the way, Toast?
Probably.
Okay. Rangers, Phillies. I mean, obviously, I want to play the Phillies. Don't love the price. I mean, the Phillies should be in a smash spot tomorrow when I'm at the game. I might bet Rangers team total under a half run. They might get shut out from Zach Wheeler. Might go and see the Rangers get shut out.
Yeah, we should get to see Wheeler.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, by the way, if anyone's going to the Phillies Rangers game tomorrow, I'll be there doing the show from the parking lot. So we'll be with a couple of my friends from high school. We'll be tailgating. If you want to come have a drink, come say what's up. Cool. All right, Rangers, Phillies. I looked at this one, but I don't have Taijuan Walker's data inserted in my spreadsheet yet, so I wasn't able to make a full determination. I will say this total up at 10 indicates that they expect the Rangers to get to Walker, because you always know the odds makers are expecting the Phillies to score runs. That's not that's not a stretch. But the fact that they have this total at 10 means they expect Texas to get to Taijuan Walker. I don't know. I have nothing for this one. This isn't one of the games I bet.
I'm in the same exact boat as you, Kyle. Sorry. I only went Toast because he literally perfectly interluded me. It's like a perfect transition there.
I'm on the over. You're on the team total over. We're all good.
Yeah. I had the same exact thought process, Kyle. It was like, only plus 105 for Texas. Like, what the hell? This team's lost its last 8 to 10 games. It's lost against some dog shit teams. The Phillies are rolling right now. What on earth is this line? So I think the only way really that Texas stays in this ball game is if they're producing runs, because Dane Dunning, while I love that man, Lordy, he's not been that good this year, and the Phillies are just absolutely killing right-handed pitching right now. On top of that, Dunning is worse against lefties. Phillies have, 4 or 5 lefties and some of their key bats. So I feel like if the Rangers are going to keep it competitive, they have to score some runs here. And Taijuan Walker's looked pretty brutal thus far. Listen to some of these numbers. 4.91 ERA is like, okay, not that bad, right? 6.30 expected ERA, 2 home runs per 9, and 18% barrel rate. Didn't know they go that high. That is brutal. That's the highest barrel rate in all of baseball. And he's looked even worse against lefties. 4.10 BOBA, 6.3 K to BB rate, and a 1.73 whip. The Rangers start 7 lefties daily, and the Rangers have been doing a lot better against righties on the road than at home. The last 8 righties to face Texas away from Texas, 8.02 ERA, 1.6 home run per 9, 1.78 whip. But the last 10 righties to face Texas at Texas, 1.71 ERA, 1.10 whip. So Rangers are producing a lot better against these starting right-handed pitching away from home. And if you look at them against Taijuan Walker's pitch mix against starting right-handed pitching on the road this season, they're tied first in slug, second in WOBA, second in batter run value. We got a high game total. We got a close line here. I feel like the Rangers get busy early here. I'm hoping I don't get screwed like I did with the Guardians earlier, where they do nothing through the first 5 and kill the bullpen. What I'm seeing, though, is that the Phillies bullpen really is improved right now. They look pretty good. I think if the runs come, it comes early. Yeah.
If you put a gun to my head and force me to bet, I would probably just play the square Phillies money line price. But I won't be doing this. So don't be like, oh, Kyle said Phillies. No, I'm not betting this game. But if you put a gun to my head and told me to bet it, I would take the square price. All right.
Yeah, I'm on the over.
Oh, I forgot Toast didn't go yet.
No, you're good. You're good. The only thing I can really add is just the fantastic weather. Ballpark Pal has it 26% home run, 26% with home runs, plus 13% in the runs. So I thought my first thought was Rangers to score as well, and then I figured that I knew that the Phillies would assume. I guess I assumed that the Phillies would score as well. So and then not to mention the fact that how bad the Rangers have been, and this total still at 10 made me feel like pretty comfortable placing this bet. So yeah, over 10.
All right. And I mean, yeah, the total being at 10 tells the whole story of what they're expecting. So, Giants, Pirates. And I didn't bet this one, but I wanted to see what these guys say. I'm down to place a Pirates moneyline bet here if you guys co-sign it. This isn't one of the ones I bet already, but Pirates have been getting to lefties a little bit. Blake Snell, look, Toast, I know he's your boy. He hasn't given
sucked. But why is this line? I mean, yeah.
Because it's the Pirates?
Yeah, it's a pass for me. Yeah, it should be easy money for the Pirates. I mean, I'm not even talking shit. I mean, Blake Snell's look like dog shit. He's probably going to be on a pitch count, not to mention the fact that the Giants bullpen is absolutely taxed. I don't know. It just kind of feels weird to me. I don't know. It's a pass. It's a pass for me.
I'm going to put Pirates money line up. I haven't bet it yet, but I'm down to. Prop Beaver, what do you think?
I was leaning like Snell over K's, but it's his first start back from injury. The Pirates, the last 2 times I faded them in the K department, I got hooked twice in a row. So, yeah, I don't really love this one. Pass. I need Snell to show me something. I mean, Jesus Christ, these look bad.
Damn, I'm the only one. And the poll's not loaded.
Oh, I'm not making an argument to bet the Giants.
Nor am I.
Yeah, at all. I have no issue with the Pirates. I'm just saying I just felt weird to me. That's all. It's just a personal thing.
The freaking poll isn't loading, so I can't see what the community thinks. Can you guys type your money line pick into there so I get an idea? I can't see the poll for some reason. It's frozen. So I was seeing like if people are down to bet the Pirates with me.
So, I guess the Giants bullpen isn't like as taxed as I.
There's no Bednar or Bednar. I never know how to say it. Bednar.
Yeah.
So 4 Pirates. First 4 comments came in, said Pirates. 64% Pirates. All right, so they can see the poll. Okay, so thank you. So they can see the poll. For some reason, I can't. But all right, so people are leaning towards. You know what? Let me start a watch list here. I might bet the Pirates. Giants, the only thing that's holding me back is Giants actually have been getting to righties a little more so as of late.
Is everything frozen on your end too, Toast? Is that what you're looking at right now?
Yeah, it's all frozen for me too, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see a thing.
Oh, Kyle must be gone. There's no way.
Oh, no, dude. Did his internet go out? He's going to fucking lose his mind. He's going to fucking lose his mind. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because you're not in the same city. Let me see.
I think I'm back.
Okay. Whew. I was just praying for the optimum.
And
people.
I think that I have the polls. No, that wasn't optimum. That wasn't optimum.
Okay.
All right, good. The browser just froze up for a second. We're good.
I was like, no way.
And I think I have my polls back too. So I think we're all the way back. Let me just do a test message.
I mean, now I only see Toast and me, but I guess I could just. I guess as long as you announce the games, I could talk about them. Oh, there we go. We're back.
All right, let's go on to the next one. So I think I'm gonna bet the Pirates here, guys. And it looks like the poll has popped up 64% Pittsburgh. All right, next game. We got San Diego, Cincinnati, and my first glance at this game was to go Right.
Shout
back.
out Red.
Yeah. I had a full unit on them at plus money. Well, plus 102. Wasn't exactly. But I did have a full unit on them at plus money. I mean, the Reds, if we think their bats are coming around, there should theoretically be value on this team for the next couple weeks until the prices catch up. I'm not saying I trust the Reds bats to really rock Michael King, but the Padres actually, it was really part of my Reds bet yesterday was a fade of the Padres against lefties, which obviously doesn't exist here with Martinez on the mound. So what do you think, Toast?
I would honestly, I don't know. This one's really hard for me. I don't know if I can bet the Padres here. I don't know. Again, this is a game I passed on. I felt like it was weird that the total was at 9.5. I would actually, if I had a gun to my head, even though it has really good conditions there, I would lean under. I was leaning under yesterday. I decided to go with the Reds instead, but neither one of these two teams are hitting the ball that well. I mean, San Diego has days where they like kill it, but most of the time it's 2 or 3 runs for them. In Cincinnati, I mean, their last 5 games, 2 runs, 0, 3, 7, 1. And then they had some 6 and 5s in there at the end of their road trip, but neither offense is really doing anything right now. So yeah, that total threw me for a loop. So yeah, I would lean under here. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from Michael King. He's rather all or nothing. You're rather going to get 6 or 7 innings scoreless, or he's going to blow up and give up 5 or 6 runs. I will say the Reds lineup isn't really anything to be scary about, with Herder Bees at the top and Jake Fraley not in the lineup after he got hit by a pitch yesterday. So yeah, I don't know. Xander Bogaerts is going to be out of the lineup for the Padres because he got hurt yesterday as well. So that takes, not that Xander's like a huge bat anymore, but that takes out another guy. So it'd be under a pass for me.
I can see that. I'm inclined to lean towards the Reds, though.
I would agree as well.
Really, I completely disagree. I think I would lean towards the Padres. You're getting a lineup that's miles better against right-handed pitching. I mean, we're talking about the Reds coming around. When the hell is it going to happen? They're not doing anything against starting right-handed pitching. Still, nothing. I mean, what? Musgrove yesterday, they got 2 runs off of him. They were both unearned. It's just like this team continues to do pretty much absolutely nothing. We expect them to turn it around. They continue to do jack shit. I think, if anything, we're getting a nice discount on Michael King here because of how horrendous he looked in the last start. Nick Martinez looked good his last time out. Why? Because he came out of the bullpen. Anytime that he's come and he started the game from inning 1 this season, he has looked like a pile of shit. So I think that, honestly, I'm not going to bet it because it feels almost too easy. It feels like a literal gift. The Padres. Yeah.
That's why I felt Reds are under, because I was like, this line, it just seems like, it really feels like they don't care about betting the Padres.
I feel like the past week or two, the books are weird with these lines. I feel like they keep messing up because like that total yesterday was horrendous. 9.5 with Abbott and Musgrove on the mound. The score was 2-0. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Yeah. What do I know?
Yeah, I mean, what Prop Beaver said about the Reds lineup is right. There was like a 4-day stretch where it looked like the Reds bats were coming to life, and since then, and then now, I didn't even know Fraley had gotten hurt yesterday, so it'll be Reds or pass with a pass. I originally had it down as a lean. No, I won't bet it. Reds or pass. Where are the games I bet, man? I have bets down. Let's get to them.
Trust me, I really wanted to bet San Diego as a homer, but
so did I. But I couldn't get there. This is
right. It's like doesn't feel right.
Oh, I have a bet on this one. Here we go.
Me too.
We're probably on opposite sides.
No,
we're not.
We're not.
You're not if you're smart.
All right, so no.
Does it have a plus? Does your bet have a plus in front of it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So what I went with in this one, I'll go first. 1 second, let me get the poll up and running.
Oh, I did see your bet. Yeah, I'm just on full game. That's the only difference.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate the full game either. So the bet I actually placed down is Red Sox first 5 money line. I got it at plus 112 on, I think, FanDuel. I think it's pretty much plus 110 everywhere, though. So I got Red Sox first 5 money line. I know that Bayo's stock isn't exactly what it was last year. He's definitely shown a little more vulnerability this year. But if you look at his game logs, he hasn't been that bad at all. In fact, he's been pretty good. He did, what was it, last start or 2 starts ago where he was last start he got tagged up a little bit. But if you look before that, we've seen him go on the road and pitch really well. He had right before last start where he struggled a bit. Before that, it was 4 out of 5 great starts. And Tampa Bay, remember how I bet the Rays a couple times and I was like, this lineup's coming around? That's funny. That was about 9-10 days ago because that doesn't exist anymore. Their lineup is going right back into the toilet, which is where it was for the first month of the season. They haven't been getting to anybody. So I honestly think Bayo could pitch 5 shutout innings to start this game, and we only need 1 or 2 runs out of the Red Sox to cash this. Now on the other side, let's give some props to Pepio. He's been pretty good, and that's probably why we're seeing the price on this game that we are seeing. But the Red Sox have been hitting way better than the Rays have. And as far as Pepio versus Bayo, I think I'd still take Bayo. So in my opinion, even if you want to call the starting pitching matchup a wash, I get the better lineup here. I'm getting plus 112 with a money line. So I think I'm looking at push or win here with this Red Sox first 5 money line. The reason I didn't play the full game was I was a little scared that the Rays just saw the Red Sox bullpen arms last night. But Toast is on the full game, and I would also play the Red Sox on the full game as well. But I played the first 5.
Yeah, I'll just go really quickly. I feel the same way. I do disagree a little bit as far as the starting pitching. I did say that I do feel like Tampa Bay has a little bit of a starting pitching edge with Pepio. But I'm just at a point where I just feel like this Boston team their offense is really starting to click right now. 6 of their last 8 games, they have 5 runs or more. And Tampa, not only is their offense not coming around, they used to be so sound defensively as a team. And after what I've seen this season and yesterday they had Rafi Devers dead to rights with a play at second. Duran comes home. They try to get him at home. He's safe. Devers safe. And then the inning blows up. I just don't trust Tampa Bay to win games right now. The Boston bullpen worked a little bit yesterday. Chris Martin might not be available, but everybody else is available. Boston saw Jason Adams for 21 pitches yesterday. They saw Clevenger for 13 as well. So, I just think that all the advantages are on Boston right now. So I actually think that we're getting a crazy discount with Boston, a team that's really kind of starting to play well right now and starting to hit the ball well. So I don't think we're going to get these plus prices much longer.
Yeah, and my initial reaction was, wow, this price is a little scary. But if you look at this series, it's been priced like this the whole time. And I think it's because historically, as Toast has mentioned several times, Tampa has owned this rivalry. Is this a rivalry? Is this not a rivalry? This is a rivalry. Yeah. So in this head-to-head matchup, in this head-to-head series, Tampa's entering this particular series that we're in right now. Tampa was like 14-3 in their last 17 or something along those lines. So I think that's baked into the line a little bit. And we've seen Tampa overpriced, let's say, in this series, and Boston has taken the first 2, 5-2 and 5-0. Tampa's not scoring any runs, so I like my bet here.
Pass.
And Prop Beaver passes. All right.
Oh, I thought he was going to go to bat for Pepio for a second.
No, he's not. He's not foolish.
Think I'm going to bat for Lapio? Get out of here.
I don't know. I don't know.
54%, 33% in favor of Boston. All right, next up, we got Bryce Miller versus Cortez. Seattle going for the sweep in Yankee Stadium here. And here's the problem, Toast. So I looked at this game, and I want to take Seattle. I know. But here's the problem. I think it's 4 in a row, Bryce Miller road starts where he's getting crushed. This dude just hasn't been pitching on the road. So how can you take him on the road in Yankee Stadium? That was my hold up.
No, you're right. I didn't bet Seattle. I felt like I got kind of lucky last night with that over at plus money. I know that the world's going to be on the Yankees today. Nestor's been really good. I just read about him in The Athletic, about one of the guys that should be.
Yeah, but against who, though, Toast? Against who with Nestor?
I was just about to say, I read a lot about him, about one of these. He's a guy that should be. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, I'm on. I don't even know what the fuck just happened. So, it's whatever. I just lost my whole train of thought. So,
who is Nestor pitched against?
I don't even know. Go ahead, Beaver. Go ahead. You're good. I lost my whole train of thought.
So that was my thoughts on. So that was my thoughts on Nestor Cortez. Was if you look at who he's pitched against, and I'm going to pull up his game logs. I'm going to put it right on the screen. By the way, I like Nestor Cortez. You can rewind back to last year when he came back from injury. I was the only one like, guys, he could shut this Houston lineup down. I was the only one. So I'm not like a Nestor hater or anything. But look at these game logs for Nestor Cortez here. White Sox, Rays, Tigers, at Baltimore. So there's a good one. He got crushed in that start. So there's a good lineup he saw, got rocked. Oakland, Rays, Cleveland, Marlins. I mean, there's a lot of bad lineups in there for Cortez, so I don't think it's crazy that Seattle gets to Nestor. But the problem is there's no way I could back Bryce Miller. So this is what I did here. Oh, what the hell am I talking about? I actually bet this. I'm talking like it's a lean. I'm pretty sure I have this in my pocket. I'll have to check. But I am on over. Seattle, New York over 8. I think the Mariners get to Cortez, but I also think the Yankees will absolutely crush Bryce Miller. Let me check and see if I actually bet
that's why I wanted to play on Seattle, because I thought that total at 8 thought that Bryce Miller might pitch all right. But
no, this one's a lean. It's the next total that I actually bet. I want to bet this, though. I want to bet this. I'm going to add this to the list.
It went from 8 to 8.5, or 8.5 to 8. That's what I meant to say.
I think if anything, I actually lean the opposite way. I go a little.
You know what, Bryce Miller's going to deal? Let's hear that. Let's hear your reasoning.
My reasoning is actually really simple. It's called the Yankees are the streakiest lineup in baseball history. And it's called when the balloon is out, you fade them. What happened yesterday? 6 innings of shutout baseball by Mr. Brian Wu. The balloon's out. I don't trust them anymore. It's really that simple. Because if you look at their entire season, as soon as they have one of these games where they shit the bed, they will have a cold streak. You could look at the game logs yourself. You guys at home, you could do the same thing. Type it on StatMuse, starting right-handed pitching versus the Yankees game logs. It's streaks and streaks and streaks. There is no variability. It's all streaks. So if they are able to hit up him today, then maybe the streak thing is done. Until then, I have no reason to believe the streak thing is done. So I would actually go with the under here. You're getting Nestor at home. Has he faced some easy competition? Absolutely. Do I think the Mariners are the toughest competition in the world? No. And Nestor at home has just been absolutely filthy. So we're getting 2 strong bullpens here. I would lean under.
It's a bad bet.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm betting this. I'm adding it. It's on my list. All right. So me and Prop Beaver disagree on the side there. On the total, I'm sorry. All right, let's go to the next one. White Sox, Blue Jays, and the reason I'm laughing is because I looked. So the starting pitching information was wrong. It's not Clevenger, right?
It's Nestremi now.
Yeah, I looked at the starting pitcher for the White Sox and went, ha, and went right to the next game. So I didn't even glance at this. I have no idea. So if you guys want to talk about it, I'll put the poll, but I have nothing to say about this game.
I don't have any bets on the game per se. I guess there's no way I bet Toronto. There's just no way in hell. So it would be a White Sox team total or pass for me. There's just, there's no way I bet Toronto. I know that Bassett has been good at home, but he's been, average his last 4 or 5 starts. Doesn't have the greatest history against the White Sox. Again, I'm not trying to make a case that the White Sox are going to win this game, but there's just no way in hell I lay it with Toronto at this price.
Yeah, you guys remember, if you were following along with us yesterday, I liked the Blue Jays team total over 3.5 yesterday. I thought it was a great price against Crochet. I think they finished the game with 2 hits. At home against a rookie pitcher, 2 hit. So I agree with Toast. No way I'd bet Toronto, but I'm also not going to bet this guy Nastrini to make a
no. Toronto is, to me, it's like a coin flip. It's just some games they look awesome. Like that first game on Monday, they looked awesome, and then yesterday it's like a freaking dud. It's just, it's weird.
Someone said
I think the 2 duds you've recently seen from Toronto both come against lefties, and that one where they really impressed you came against a righty. Jay's double result plus 105 or pass here. Really? Last 3 righties they faced, 5 runs off of Fetty, who we like, 5 runs off of Savale, who while is struggling this season has great peripherals, and then 4 runs off of Zach Eflin. who, yes, is a bit more vulnerable on the road, but usually Eflin's good at getting his revenge. Still got lit up. 9 hits, 4 runs. This team is producing against right-handed pitching right now. They've been absolutely an abomination against left-handed pitching, but they've been good against righties. And Bassett, if you look at the last 2 home starts, where are those runs coming? All 6 of the runs he allowed came in the 6th inning. So he's been clean through the last 10 innings of the first 5 he's pitched at home. As long as he pitches another clean first 5 there, I think that they should put up runs on Nastrini. I think Nastrini's solid, but his lone road start at Philly, I know they're a good team, but 11 base runners in 3 innings? I mean, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I think that would be my move here. Am I playing it? No, but yeah.
To support Beaver's sweet lean, Kopech went yesterday. Leisure went 2 of the last 3 days as well. So, yeah.
The comment went up, so I forget exactly what it said because it scrolled up. It's almost like, Toast, how can you bet the White Sox? Have you seen their bat speed? Oh, shit. All right.
Now I'm going to have to look to make sure that it's actually bad.
I guarantee you the person that said that doesn't know if it's bad or
No,
not.
I know, but I'm curious.
So actually our polls really split on that one. 39%, 38% Chicago. So there's a lot of people out there that are down to take the White Sox. And after what Toronto's bats did yesterday, that's believable.
The 3 words I see most in our comment section these days are bat speed and oil.
I know. Toast started an epidemic with that.
Okay.
Let's get right into it.
Just for the record, Jimenez, Sheets, and DeYoung, all solid bat speed guys. The only guy with dog shit bat speed, Andrew Benintendi.
Wow. So Benintendi under HRR?
Correct.
Under speed. Under 70.5 miles per hour.
Under bat speed. Under average ABS. Under average bat speed.
I would love that.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Braves Cubs up next. So we got over 8.5.
Shout out Cubbies last night. Huge win for us.
Yeah, and you know what? I considered the Cubs too. Wish I played it. I saw on your ticket that you had played it. You know what? I probably would have tailed you on that if the internet didn't cut out. We did the show because I only had 3 bets down, and I was looking to place more, but I was waiting for the show, and then the internet came out, and I spent 3 hours on the phone with Optimum, and the game started, and I didn't even have like any bets down. So anyway,
spoiler alert: I'm going right back to
the well.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first. Let me get to my bet. Nerfy. Listen, let me tell you a thing or two about the Nerfy. It's a great bet. Always dripping with value. A lot of haters try to get on us, Nerfy folks. But when there's value, and there's value here. We got a lefty-lefty matchup, 2 lineups that haven't been hitting lefties. And I know you might be thinking, but Kyle, the Cubs are a top 10 lineup against lefties. Yes, maybe in the past, but now we're living in the present, and no, they are goddamn not. They're not hitting lefties at all. They're actually not hitting anybody. The Cubs lineup has been terrible. It's been terrible against lefties. You got Fried coming off a bad start. Or was that 2 starts ago? Pretty sure Fried's coming off a bad start. But I like the spot for Fried against a Cubs lineup that's not hitting lefties. And you know who else isn't hitting lefties? The Braves. Well, the Braves aren't really hitting anybody either. But overall, you have just 2 lineups that are in ultimate slumps right now. And 2 pitchers that I think are okay and might be a little undervalued. So I like the matchup for both pitchers. To be honest, I didn't actually bet a Nerfy. If you want to, I actually bet is the under. This is the ticket I was making a joke about the Nerfy. What I actually bet is the under, and I'm holding this ticket at 8.5. I'm already put in the Discord. So I'm on the under in this game, 8.5.
Yeah, I'm personally on the Cubs here today. Kind of it's just like a gut feeling for me that Justin Steele pitches well. I'm well aware that he's looked dog shit his back-to-back starts against the Pirates. I'm well aware of that. But I do think now that at 3 starts after coming back from injury, this will be his 4th start. I think that he should be all well stretched out and ready to go here. And I just personally feel like he just pitches well. This isn't a bet against Max Fried, who's been pretty damn good for the Braves. He has had a couple clunkers, one on the road against the Dodgers. Hard to hate him against that. And then the Padres hit him up for 9 hits. But I just feel like since I feel like personally that Steele's going to pitch well, I think that the starting pitching is a wash. Maybe the Braves offense has a little bit, I give them a little bit of an advantage, but the Cubs at home, I'll take that. Not to mention the fact that the Braves bullpen, Iglesias is fine, but Minters went back-to-back days. Aaron Bummer went 20 pitches yesterday. That's one of the reliever guys. Another one of the reliever guys, Hernandez, has went back-to-back nights. So the Cubs, they used everybody last night, but I had the previous 2 nights off, so everybody will be rested and available in the Cubs bullpen. I just feel like getting plus money with the Cubs at home with the world on the other side. I'll take my chances. So Cubs money line.
Someone said the Nerfy is now minus 120. Kyle moved the line with a joke. It was at that minus 110 that we put on the graphic. That was the best price available. It was already at like minus 115. We put minus 110 on the graphic because we found one minus 110. So if you see it at minus 120, it might not even have moved. But yeah, I'm moving lines. I'm moving lines with jokes because that's what sharps do. Prop Beaver, do you agree with my under?
Do I agree with your under? No. My joke bet was the Yurfie, and then my real bet was the over 8.5 in this game.
What?
Whoa.
That's the complete opposite.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Actually, I think you made some good points, honestly, both of you. I kind of want to back Freed in some way here. The outs line is at 16.5, minus 135. I don't have a graphic for this, by the way. He only had 13 outs his last time out, but before that, over his last 5 or 6 outings, on top of that, he's actually been really good on the road. I know this going back pretty much his entire career. Last 4 or 5 road starts has cleared that number. And then on top of that, I'm also looking at the hits allowed, because if you look at starting left-handed pitching against the Cubs right now, Bailey Falter, 7.2 innings, 3 hits. Chris Sale, 7 innings, 2 hits. Bailey Falter, again, 6 innings, 5 hits. Manaya, 5 innings, 3 hits. Luzardo, 6 innings, 3 hits. So we have the last 4 or 5 lefties to face this Cubs team not even allow 4 hits, nevertheless 5. And we're getting plus money on the under for Max Fried, under 4.5 hits allowed. He's 5-1 to the under this season on the road, coming off a performance where he allowed 9 hits to the Padres. I don't know. I feel like that's probably where I would lean with this one. So
you said Fried over outs, right? That's what you were saying?
Or under hits allowed.
Over outs or under hits. I prefer when you give out pitching bets, I like the over outs one better because I feel like sometimes you get screwed with your under hits because they pitch so well and go so deep into the game.
I don't know. I think you remember like 3 years ago or 2 years ago when that happened.
I'm basing mine off a few instances. So yes, super small sample size.
My hits allowed props. I love those things. BillBomb.com.
He loves them. He loves them. So Max Fried, and someone said in the comments, it was before, someone said that Max Fried owns the Cubs, so I'm assuming he has really good career numbers against the Cubs. I guess that's what he...
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. So Max Fried does have really good career numbers against the Cubs, coming off a bad start. So maybe the best play given out is Prop Beavers here. Doubtful, but maybe.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for the kind words.
So fucking kind to you.
All right, next game. All right, Rockies A's. Gomber versus Estes.
Come on, Rocks. You're better than this.
It's not actually Estes. It's going to be Mitch Spence, whoever the hell that is.
Dude, I know.
That sounds like a fake name, Mitch Spence.
I know. I had to look it up. Trust me, I had to look it up. But he's pitched this year already in Kansas City, so he is real. He is real.
So Mitch Spence.
I think of Spencer Howard when I think of Mitch Spence, and Spencer Howard is. Whew.
I see Mitch, and I think of Mitch White. So.
Wow. Two elite arms we're associating with this guy. Yeah.
So someone said in the comments, Kyle, wind blowing out at Wrigley Field, 17 mile an hour to right field, under not a great play. Yesterday's game, the wind was blowing out 23 miles an hour, and that's why the total was at 11.5.
Yep.
Wind doesn't matter if you don't hit the ball. Wind doesn't matter if you don't hit the ball.
That's true.
So Colorado, Oakland.
Just ask the Guardians through the first 5 innings. Fucking assholes.
So do you guys have a play in this one?
I don't have anything for this. No.
Toast wants to bet the Rockies. I don't know if he's going to, but I know he wants to.
I want to because Gomber's been really, really good.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, over his last 7 starts, I mean, he had one bad start against Houston, and then which was in Mexico. So I don't even take that into consideration. So his one bad start in his last 7 was on the road against Philadelphia. He went 5 1/3, gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. His last 3 starts on the road at San Diego, 6 hits, 2 hits, no runs. On the road at Pittsburgh, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs. So yeah, it'd be Rockies or pass for me. But that I guess it'd be actually Rockies' first 5 because that bullpen is an abomination. Everybody's rested and ready to go, but yeah, they gave it up last night. I don't really want to deal with that. Yeah, it's Rockies or pass for me.
I mean, that's the way I would like to go, but
yeah, Mason Miller's went 2 of the last 3 days. I actually might end up betting the Rockies.
let me check that. The Oakland bullpen.
Yeah. Well, Mason Miller's went 2 of the last 3 days. Eckridge went 11 yesterday. I mean, I'm sure he's available, but it's nice that they saw him.
Mason Miller will probably be available.
Nah, they don't do that. Not with
Really?
him. Yeah, they won't do that with him. No.
Let's see what the Rockies bullpen looks like. Probably just there's no Kinley. I don't even know who that is though. The 2 guys I know in Colorado are Beeks and Lawrence.
Yeah, you want Vondick, Beeks, and Lawrence to be available.
They're all
is what you
available.
want. Yeah.
So you like Rockies or pass? Yeah. I don't think
Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna.
I saw somebody comment that the wind's blowing out at Wrigley, and that could sway people from betting a potential under. But according to Ballpark Pal, I mean, there's a 0% boost in
Yeah, I
runs.
saw that.
Also, yesterday
so-
in that exact game in Wrigley, the total was 11.5 because there was like crazy winds blowing out. What was the final score of that game? 4-3 in extras.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like wasn't even close to going over. They had the total 11.5. Everyone's like, the wind, bro, the wind. It was like 11.5. Wasn't even close. All right,
Yeah, I'm betting Rockies first 5 plus 120 on
you are
FanDuel.
betting the first 5?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll put the Rockies first 5 over Toast. I won't be betting this one. I mean, I guess if you force me to bet this game, I probably would just take the Rockies with Toast. I probably would just take the full game, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know who Estes or the other guy that they named, Mitch Spence. I don't know who either of them are. So let's go on to the Snakes. Ryan Nelson on the road.
Big win for me last night with the Snaky Snakes.
Oh, they won the game?
Yeah, they did.
That's hype.
Yeah.
Well, here they are. Ryan Nelson on the road. We like to place us some Ryan Nelson on the road.
You goddamn right. Snakes money line plus
You're doing it?
240.
You're doing
Plus
it?
240 on the money line. Yep. Bet it and gave it
Wow.
out already. Yeah. So first and foremost, like Saw said, Ryan Nelson on the road. Let's just start with Ryan Nelson's history against the Dodgers. One start last year, 1 start the year before that. Both of them 6 innings. One of them 4 hits, 3 runs. One of them 2 hits, no runs. I bring those both up because both of those starts were at home. Now he's on the road, a place where we know he's better and I would assume more comfortable pitching against a Dodgers team that I don't think he's intimidated by. I think we're getting a great price with them considering he just got absolutely annihilated his last time out and his last road start. I mean, it was against Baltimore. He went 4 2/3, but he gave up 10 hits and 3 runs. I understand that the Dodgers are a really good team, but they're also kind of streaky at times as well. And they haven't really been killing the ball over the last week. And I understand that Tyler Glasnow's very, very good. But he hasn't really been going like super deep into some games at times. I mean, I'm kind of nitpicking it right now, but I just feel like this price is a little bit too crazy with this Arizona team that might be sneakily bats are starting to come alive. 7 runs, 4, 6 their last 3 games. And the fact that they were hitting home runs last night really made me kind of push me over the edge with this one. So I just feel like the bats are coming alive for Arizona. And if we're getting them at plus 240 with a pitching advantage that I don't think it's as big as the books are making it out to be, it's worth a shot for me.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
Damn.
I know, like, well, shit. Are you going to take Arizona to win this series in Dodger Stadium with Glass now on the mound?
I don't think it's the worst idea. It's Arizona or pass, but I mean, holy God, man, Ryan Nelson looks. I'm a Ryan Nelson guy. He like got a cutter. I was like, okay, maybe Ryan Nelson's like going to turn the corner this year. But God, those last 3 starts, I mean, 8, 10, and 11 hits allowed. Holy shit. What is going on, Ryan? I know you're a bit worse at home, but 11 hits. That's not even you, Ryan. Not even the old you would do that at home. This is bad. This is real bad, Ryan. I need you to get back on the right course. Come on. Yeah, I think honestly, you are getting some crazy value because if the Ryan Nelson I know and love, the Road Warrior, the Sheik, comes out and performs like I know he can, you're getting plus 240. I think that's solid. But I'm not going to get to the window with you. I'm happy with my Angels cash the other day. That felt like an absolute miracle from the gods above. So, yeah, pass.
Angels smoked them in that game. That wasn't no miracle.
I mean, well, that silly boy Framber can't pitch no more, but that's besides the point. Keep down them halos.
That was a low blow. That wasn't. You're better than that.
Well, I will tell you one thing. This total, all the way down at 8, absolutely floored by it. Floored.
At the floor?
That's just absolutely floored. That's a commish line right there. He said it on. We quote play coverage all the time. Commish goes on the podcast. He goes, if they ever put a Dodgers total at 7.5, I'd be absolutely floored. So I'm floored by this total. But I, in all jokes aside, I like this total down at 8. Seems like a super sharp under to play. Both these pitchers, Arizona's lineup sucks. Ryan Nelson on the road can like almost always be relied on. Maybe it's a sharp spot to play an under. I'm not going to bet it, but I'll put that up. I'm not going to bet it because I'm just too floored by it. But if it wasn't so floored, I would.
You're
bet
at the floor.
It would be under a pass.
And you can't get up.
Someone just DM'd me and said, talk about Glasnow's history against Arizona. He had 1 start in 2017. I mean,
let's talk about it.
I can't. I'm sorry. It just can't do it. So,
wait, hold on. Was it good? Was it good?
No, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm just saying that it just doesn't matter.
Wait, so it was 2017?
Yeah, 2017. He went 2 and 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs.
Prop Beaver was in 6th grade at the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. you are not wrong there. I mean, yeah, it's tough.
Oh shit!
It's tough.
So it's 2017, Glasnow got rocked by Arizona.
I mean, damn, I was in high school then. That's crazy. I was.
You were just a lad. School. You were just a lad.
Holy shit! Wow, 2017, best year of music.
2017 is the best year in music.
2016, 2017 SoundCloud era, dude. Yeah, that was
SoundCloud era.
That was the best.
Oh, is that when Lil Nas X dropped his debut?
I can't tell if it's because I was just smoking weed every day and being a fucking degenerate, or because the music was actually good. But God, it was hitting.
I think it's the former.
God, the music was hitting.
Oh, God, get help. All right, so we're gonna do the community top bet next. Someone's making fun of Prop Beaver saying that was the best era of music.
I mean, listen, people. If you don't know ball, you don't know ball. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't know cloud, you don't know cloud. Okay?
The best era of music was pre-SoundCloud, I think is the point they're making.
I'm still in the Cardi phase, whoever commented that. I'm still Playboy Cardi till I die. Trippie Redd is absolutely horrible, though, so we don't need to discuss him.
Music is like...
Those are real people?
It's synonymous.
Yeah.
Music,
these are real characters. Yeah.
Music is synonymous with... it's kind of... You can throw video games in there. You can throw movies. Any form of entertainment, really. People are always going to like the era in which they fell in love with it. So, for example, I got really into the NBA 01, 02, 03. So I love those like 86, 84 isolation Tracy McGrady games. Like that's because that's when I became a diehard NBA fan. Now, the idea is to be objective, and I can look at today's NBA and enjoy it and like it a lot because in my head I'm like, it's not as good as that. But like I know that's just me being biased just because that's when I So every era, no era is like better than the other. It's just you're always going to like in the NBA, I can literally tell you somebody's NBA take by their age. Tell me what year they were born. If they were born in the 50s, they'll be like, Michael Jordan ruined the NBA. No passing. The 90s sucked. Back in the 80s, it was about team ball, fast breaks, Magic Johnson, Showtime, Lakers. Michael Jordan ruined it. There's no team game. Talk to somebody that was born in the 70s. 2000s ruined NBA. Like the 90s were where it's at. You talk to somebody who was born in the 80s. LeBron saved the NBA. Like literally everyone's take is going to be what they fell in love with. That's just how it works. And here's Prop Beaver being biased as shit, saying the best music era is whatever the fuck shitty year he just said. And
2016, 2017, the greatest of all time, the GOAT.
All right, Phillies money line is the first finalist of Community Top Bet. 2016, 2017. I don't know, it's because I was doing a lot of drugs, but the music was hitting.
It was good.
Someone goes 1920s NBA with Sublime. You're right, I forgot about the 20s.
My favorite era.
Braves, Cubs, they like the Braves. Confirm. Someone said, and I think you just nailed it. Too legit. Someone just said confirmed. Beaver likes Lil Uzi Vert, and I think that's accurate.
I love Lil Uzi Vert. He's one of my favorite artists. I think he's amazing.
I couldn't tell you one song.
Me neither.
Of Lil Uzi.
I would hope you couldn't tell me.
Is that the one?
Song,
Is that the one that goes?
We're not supposed to have the same taste of music.
Is that the one that goes?
okay.
She say I'm
Yeah.
insane, yes, and he make it go.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yep.
Okay, I do know
Yeah.
one song.
He slaps.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Better than that
Sweet
Drake clown these people idolize.
hair. Sweet hair. What's your favorite song of his? So I can look it up.
Someone said
really
Michael
My
Jordan literally.
Favorite song of Uzi? I don't know. That's a really tough question.
Someone said
Let me
Michael
see.
Jordan literally averaged over 5 assists a game. It's not Michael Jordan stopped passing. It's the NBA stopped passing during that era. The passes per possession was down over 2. So there was just
Probably-
way less passing, way more isolation.
Probably 20 Minutes would be my favorite by him, but
20
that's
minutes
so
or
popular.
Tour Lift 3. Let me see. Let's find out. Let's see what
His
Beaver
new
got.
album, that was pretty gas, too, so I don't know. A lot to choose from. Diverse catalog.
Okay, so we got.
No, I don't wear panties. Motherfucker's asking if I wear panties just because I've listened to Uzi.
Is that a thing? People who listen to Uzi wear that?
Uzi is an interesting character. Let's just put it like that. We're on a YouTube show. Let's be PG.
What?
I'm not gonna get into it. He's a bit of a freak, this guy.
Oh. Okay. Turn
All
that
right,
off,
all right.
dude.
Yeah. we can't
No, I-
get flagged by the
trying to.
YouTube community.
I wasn't trying to. Also, I don't think I could listen to 2 minutes of that guy's voice.
So we're gonna. This is the winner. The winner of this is the community top bet.
I am 24 for those asking.
I do dig the Bart Simpson hair, though. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of neat. That's neat.
I've just never had good hair.
Neato!
You know, so I like always.
It looks like Dodgers -1.5 is the top bet, so they hate Toast Arizona play.
They hated
I
it
missed the
yesterday.
community parlay. I feel, to be
Pretty
honest,
good.
do you want to know what the deciding factor was for me to switch the community top bet? People weren't caring about the community parlay. Like, it hit one night, no one even commented their mess. So no one, it didn't seem like anyone was playing it. I'm down to do whatever. I'm trying to just give you guys the most whatever you guys want. But the community parlay hit one night for like plus 490. No one commented, which is fine. I'm not saying you guys have to comment, but what that shows me is that no one's playing it, which is cool. I didn't mean that in any sort of negative way. I'm just trying to give you guys what you're looking for. And I figured a community top bet, because I'd be down to play a community top bet too. And then I always know, like the community top bet, I know what it is, and I'm watching, and I know that like we're winning. Like the community top bet just won Guardians money line. when it's the community parlay, I forget throughout the night. So, like, I don't even know if it hits most nights. So the top bet, I feel like it's just easier to follow. It's easier to tail. But I'm down to do the community parlay if you guys want that. But, like, I don't want to just do the community parlay where no one gives a shit about it, you know?
Yeah, if you want it, voice your opinion, I guess.
Yeah, just like, let me know. If enough people want it, we could do that. I thought this was just easier for everyone.
I think this is the best way to go.
Not to mention, it's a little more responsible as far as betting.
Maybe if we wanted to pick like our favorite dog or something like that too.
Someone
I don't know,
did say that. Clint Miller said that in the comments too.
There you go.
Needs to be community dog of the day.
See, now I like that.
That's cool. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Top dog. We need Prop Beaver. You've been assigned. Your homework for tonight is to come up with a really trendy name for the Sauce Network dog of the day. You don't have to do it on the spot. Yeah, I didn't mean like now. I meant like take tonight.
Take your time. Get some Uzi Vert on.
No, it's just like, but what's better? But what's better than the dog of the day? How do I come up with something better than that?
Brainstorm, bro. Give it. Take some time, man. Get a drink of water. Put some Uzi Vert on. Get your creativity flowing.
Our Poochie pick.
Put some Vert on. Is that what you say? Like, yo, I'm listening to some Vert.
Never in my life. I think if you're to shorten it, you say Uzi.
I like Vert. So, everyone, thanks for watching. Tomorrow morning, we're doing the show. Prop Beaver is going to produce it because I will be in the parking lot of Citizens Bank Park for the Phillies-Rangers game. So if the graphics look shitty, if the production is ass, just know that we could. So Prop Beaver, you know what I think you should do, Prop Beaver? I think you should sit the show out and only produce it because maybe trying to be on it and produce it at the same time.
I could agree with that. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Kamish is coming on too.
Up.
So it'll be me toasting Kamish. So maybe why?
Okay.
And you can have the mic ready so you can talk if you need. But I think you should just focus on producing it. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just do that because I'm not. I would rather the show go smoothly. We already lost the show this week due to the internet. So let's have some smooth shows go on here. I did send you an underdog, by the way.
Oh, Prop Beaver's got an underdog. So let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on the board in that area.
If you got any sweet splits too, just share them tomorrow.
Did I not? Okay, there we go.
What do you mean splits?
Well, I'm still gonna do some research tonight. I'll send.
Oh, you mean like angle? Oh, okay, I didn't know what you meant by splits.
Yeah.
Do you have any sweet splits? Where the heck?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if there's something that really sticks out.
I swear the underdog.
No, Michael Dost. Listen, Kyle will still be here tomorrow. He said. He said there's 1,237 people watching now. No Kyle tomorrow. Over under with Beaver set at 412 and a half people watching. No, he's still gonna.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be doing it from the parking lot of the stadium, so I won't be on my computer.
Michael,
I'll be like out in the parking lot.
Also, Michael, I could draw a crowd. Okay, let's relax. Let's not act. Let's not act. Okay.
There's no reason to.
You want some bad picks? Yeah, exactly. Lots of people come.
I can tell you, as somebody that has a podcast on this channel, that'd probably get 40 views if it wasn't. That Beaver would get over that 410 views in an instant. So,
I don't know.
Spit your shit.
But just working.
Beaver, spit your shit.
Yeah. So we got Freddie Peralta lower than 6.5 Ks. We got 5 righties in the lineup. That's pretty hype. Also got Otto Lopez in there. He's a low K guy. I think this is a nice sell spot on Peralta. He's on the road. The K stuff is going. The walk stuff's increasing, like the lower there. Taijuan Walker needed to fade him somehow. They didn't have the earned run, so I went with the lower in terms of pitching outs. He left his last start early with injury anyway, so if the Rangers get to him early, I don't think he's going to have a long leash. And then I went with Max Fried, higher than 30.5 fantasy points. Think he could go deep into this one. Think he could limit some runs here. And I'm not too concerned about the weather here. It is not as extreme as I thought it would be. Hopefully my friend Toast could still win his bet in a low-scoring affair. Those are 3 picks for today.
If you don't have an underdog account, it's available in any state highlighted in this map. So if you're in one of these states highlighted in yellow, head over to the website Underdog Fantasy or download the app. And when you make your account, make sure you use the promo code BET. BET. That'll get you a $100 deposit bonus match. So if you deposit $100, they will give you a free $100 to play with. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I will be we'll be doing the show, but I'll be in the parking lot having some drinks, giving out the I'm gonna have all my picks ready before we leave, so I will have some picks to give out. Hopefully, if I can find something. But I'll be on. We'll doing it tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. See everyone there. I'm gonna post another couple bets on the website for those of you that subscribe to Sauce Network Plus. Everyone, see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Best of luck. Sorry.